Blessings, soul family. I am Jules, and I'm so excited about our guest today, Ileana. Ileana, she is, I really do call her a sister because you can just have those energies with certain people where you feel a connection without even really knowing them. And that's just always how I felt when we had our first interview. You guys can go check that out on her show on, what is it, Seeking
Awakening Cosmic Reality Show.
So what she just said, it was such a good interview, and it was a lot of fun just working with her, and I knew exactly when we got off, I'm gonna invite you to be a part of this summit because I just loved that what you shared in that interview. So definitely we can put the link for that in the show notes so that you can go and check that out in her YouTube channel as well. But today we're gonna be talking about, let's see if I can say this right, connecting to quantum consciousness of the soul for healing. And if that didn't light you up, I hope that you'll just connect in a little bit to how powerful just the interview name is, because this is going to be transformational. So, Ileana, I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you kind of talk a little bit about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the yummy stuff.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, Jules. I'm Ileana, the Star Traveler. I have been doing healing work and quantum healing for about 8 years now. And I went on a journey of the soul connection within, not just healing the outer things. Like if you have outer pain, figure out what's inside you, what's on the soul level consciousness. How are you feeling? How does that connect to the body? Because oftentimes it's on the soul level, not just the physical. And going within can help you to figure out what that is and how to heal it with the soul consciousness and the body, both connecting both divinely together for the healing. So that's what I've discovered. And I'm a healer, I'm a shaman, I'm a psychic, and I do Akashic Records reading, and I do some remote viewing as well. So I'm also a crystal healer, and I work with crystal wands and crystal healing to align the consciousness and the physical body into balance and equilibrium.
So beautiful. So, with that, let's take the journey into quantum consciousness connected to the soul and how we can use that to heal. So that would be my first question is what is quantum consciousness and how do we connect it to the soul?
So, quantum consciousness is connecting yourself to everything that is you within the quantum field of yourself, going into your soul signature, where you see all the soul field connectors. Like your heart has a Hertz frequency, your brain has a Hertz frequency, everything has a frequency of its own that it vibrates at. So when you're going in on the quantum level, you can see that soul vibration. You can even see what your soul vibration was that you were born with when you were in the womb still, and when you came out, and what it is right now. So what you came with in the womb, that one doesn't change because it's the frequency you were born at, but your own soul frequency, that can go up and down depending on what you're experiencing and feeling. So you could see everything energetically and vibrationally. And that is what the quantum consciousness healing is all about. Figuring out what's in alignment, what's working beautifully already in the soul field. And sometimes things can be a bit blocked or not aligned. And seeing where those frequencies are on the soul level and connecting that to the physical body. If you're having pain, if you're having something uncomfortable in the body, it is connected to your soul consciousness on that quantum field. But it's not just a physical pain. There's always something emotionally, mentally connected to the physical, and both need to be in balance for it to be healed. So then once you figure out what's in the consciousness, say for example, your best pet soulmate passed away. To you, it was like a soulmate, because a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be just for humans. And you're feeling this deep connection, like you miss your pet. that energy is in your heart, and your heart might be palpitating and you might be feeling that misconnection. So that's on the soul consciousness. You're searching for your pet. You're remembering the beauty of this animal that was your soul guide. And the heart physically might palpitate and beat faster as you're remembering the beauty of your pet. And you're like, you can go within the heart and say, I acknowledge the beauty of my wonderful pet. I love you. I miss you. And I hope you're in that beautiful divine place in the above where you went in 5D or wherever you are. I acknowledge how much I love you, and I release this feeling from my heart that I was feeling. I only leave the beautiful memories of loving you, but I am not going to hyper focus on the missing part. I'm healing that missing part. I'm allowing healing energy to come into the heart, blue energy, purple energy. Those are the ones that can help to, if you send that energy in, it helps the heart to heal that missing aspect of missing the pet. You remember the good things and you say, blessed be, let this healing energy come in so that I am no longer feeling this loss, this feeling of loss, open loss space in my heart, that this be healed, and that an opportunity comes in for me to meet a new divine soul consciousness animal that could be my new soul partner when I am ready to connect with a new friend. And that allows you the opportunity to keep the door open to some other blessed animal to come in to assist you. So you're not alone, and it provides healing, and you're acknowledging the animal that was with you before. So it's a balance.
I love that. So I want to take this. I always love listening and then also listening to the questions that those that are listening are asking at the same time. And the question that was coming through was, so what if it's more of a pain? So because we have a lot of people listening that are athletes and they're always looking to put their body into optimum performance. And when the body is out of balance, it's harder to do that. So I love that how you brought in the color. So let's say it's something where they're having back pain or something like that. So I'd love to open it up to how you would connect to the quantum consciousness of more of an injury or some sort of pain or even an illness.
Mhm. So when I look at folks, like I do a whole body scan, I do a soul field scan, and I do a physical scan. And oftentimes a person's injury from like 10 years ago could cause back pain. So on the quantum level, I could see that in the soul field. I could see the time, say they have a back problem. I could see the time where they may have pulled their back accidentally, or it was through an injury and an accident, or it's stress. Stress can also cause back pain. I see that in the soul field. So I go to that time to release the blockages, because before you release physical pain, you need to release the issue around it when it happened. Oftentimes there could be trapped energy in the space where the issue itself happened on the soul field, because the body keeps the record and the soul keeps the record of what happened. So you clear those energies out first on the soul field record, then you go to their physical body and you clear that energy. So you're doing combined healing to clear that soul field issue of where the issue happened in the first place, because you don't want any trauma, blocked energies, or just energy of this is incomplete. You don't want that there. You want to clear that out with its own healing color, then go to the physical pain and heal that and clear that with the appropriate healing color or modality of the energy, so that it's cleared on the soul field where it happened, and it's cleared on the physical where the pain is in the body. So you're doing a balanced combination of healing on both levels.
Beautiful. So if just kind of let me tap into this a little bit more. Okay, I'm just getting this image, so I'll just go with it, right? So I'm almost seeing this image of how, the memory, let's say it's the memory of an injury gets kind of stored into the body, and you're going in and you're releasing it. And but then I'm like seeing there's all this other energy, and I'm just kind of tapping into those that are listening, going, yeah, but we want to know more. So, like on a DNA level, as you're kind of clearing this out, and then obviously when we're doing these kind of clearings, we're not just clearing the physical, we're clearing like all the quantum body, right? The
Mhm.
multidimensional body. So I'm just curious if you could kind of walk us through what the experience of that would be. So how that would show up. Obviously, they're going to feel less pain, but maybe what is going to happen to them consciously? Because if you're taking out something of density, it's going to raise their frequency. So I just love to hear some feedback on that.
Sure. Usually people say to me, well, I feel much lighter. I don't feel that trauma anymore. I don't feel like I'm stuck in that space where that accident or pain happened. I don't feel like I'm blaming myself for that time period in my life anymore, because sometimes it could be accidental injury you didn't even know could have happened. So when we find what happened, like it's total soul release. It's releasing that energy completely so that you're free. Your soul, you're part of the soul, little piece of soul monad is no longer stuck in that space. So it's total release of the trauma and the pain and the consciousness, quantum soul level. And they say to me, wow, I didn't even know that that was even there. I'd forgotten about it. Like I'm feeling so much lighter. I'm feeling free to just move forward and do my stuff. And they're saying, I don't feel the pain anymore. It's like, because we went deep beyond the physical, we went to the root of what happened originally. It's always going to where it happened. Where is the origin point on the soul consciousness, on the soul level, and how is it connected to the physicality? Both need to be balanced so that freedom happens. And sometimes people say to me, well, I don't believe you that this happened on the soul field. I just don't believe you. And I say, you don't have to believe me. This is just what I see.
Mhm.
And this is where it originates for why you're feeling something physically. You don't have to believe, as long as you're open to healing, as long as you trust me that I want to do good for you to help you heal, open to the healing. Because if they're not open to the healing, then that causes them to become blocked and not receive that healing energy. So they need to be open-minded.
Of course. I think that that's a well, and also you're gonna get so much more out of it too, right? And I would assume if somebody is coming for healing that they're coming with wanting to create the shift. But what I find that just as I'm saying this, I immediately had this other thing come through is I'm just curious about what your thoughts on this, because I think a lot of times, and this is for everybody to just really sit in themselves of maybe where this is showing up in your life or you're kind of holding back, is that we say we want something, but then when we're given the opportunity to actually shift it, we don't actually do what needs to be done in order to change. And I'm relating this even to healing as somebody that has had an injury and they're so identified with, oh, my back is always hurt, so I can't do this and I can't do this and I can't do this. And then all of a sudden they get the opportunity to heal, and then all of a sudden they just move right back into that energetic pattern because they don't know how to bypass or like, who am I now? And so they're more identified, well, if I'm sick, at least I know who I am. Or if I'm injured, at least I know who I am. What do you do to help people move past that?
Well, I say, imagine if you're perfectly healthy and you no longer have back problems, what would you be able to do? What would be the new opportunities and horizons that open up in front of you, where you are not sick, where the sickness does not identify you anymore and what limits you? It's like, what can you do when you're fully healed? You are your true divine self, and everything that you could do. Where would you go? Would you want a vacation? Would you want to try something new in life? So I give them the opportunity to see what it would feel like to be healthy. I just say, imagine you're perfectly healthy. You're perfectly balanced. There's no more pain in your back. What do you want to do? What have you not been able to do that you now can do? So I just allow them to see the possibilities of what healthy can look like, totally healthy. And when they see that different perspective without the limitation, what they think is holding them back does not have to. And that's releasing that fear of the sickness identity. Well, this identifies me. This is how I live. My back hurts. Well, what if your back didn't hurt? You have different opportunities. You have new opportunities and abilities to improve yourself. What would happen then? And once they see that, for a lot of them, it shifts and they're like, yeah, I can see a difference in what could be much better. And I've had some of those people who are like, well, I'm not sure if the healing will do anything to me, if it'll improve anything. And I say, but what if we look in what it could do for you and how you could feel? And once we take them, like they see that on a quantum level, it's not just describing the words, it's getting them to see a future self of themselves that's healed and feeling much better. So when I take them to that level of what could potentially be without the pain, they see, I like that idea. I like this frequency. Let's try this. Let's, at least they could, some of, even if they're skeptic, they're like, let's try this. There's nothing to lose here. So let's try. Even opening them up to trying is good.
I love that. So I see us almost doing a little universal something where we could almost like just upgrade the human experience with it. Would you mind doing just like a little process where we could just do something a little bit universally so people can kind of tap in and then
Mhm.
even do what you're saying at the end is like, okay, well, now that we've cleared, we could even just come up with a collective program, right? Now that we've kind of cleared that, who are you going to be now? And we can do it on more of this collective level so that everybody can experience it together. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you. What do you think we should do? What's coming in?
Well, let's do a whole body's healing modality. Let's allow, let's start by scanning the quantum field of the body, just for the whole collective, just allowing the beautiful white energy to come in of the soul body and the physical body, and allowing the beautiful purple energy to come in and to start with the head, this beautiful healing frequency starting at the head, sending in positive vibration to see what needs healing on the soul level, in the physical divine level, in the brain. Sending in healing, beautiful purple energy of the amethyst and the purple ray to the brain to heal the neurons, the axons, all the structures of the brain, to align the left field polarity of the left hemisphere, align the right polarity and the right field of the right hemisphere of the brain and the brainstem, sending positive quantum healing energy to heal all the structures and connectors of the brain, to heal the eyes, to improve the eyesight and the vision, to connect on the quantum consciousness to the soul divine self that you are, to see visually through your eyes everything divine connected to you, for soul healing and physical healing on the divine level of yourself, to be at your highest frequency, to be at your highest soul divine self and physicality and vibration alignment and balance and perfect healing and wholeness. Going to the shoulders with this beautiful blue energy and the back, upper back, middle back, and lower back, and the shoulders, sending that blue healing energy to clear any blockages, to clear any pain and physical trauma, to release what is no longer needed energetically, physically, to bring this blue energy of healing to come in and heal your shoulders your back, upper back, middle back, lower back. To send that beautiful blue and white healing energy to strengthen your bones, to strengthen your tissues, to strengthen your muscles and ligaments, so that you are at your optimal health in the soul divine level and physical level of healing, moving the energies down from the shoulders to the arms, the fingers, the legs, left leg, right arm, sending the healing through the bones, the muscles, the tissues, and the ligaments, clearing out any densities and heaviness from the physical soul and the physical body. As the soul divine is connected to the body, the physicality, soul frequency of the soul physicality and the physicality of the physical frequency, connecting the two together to send divine healing light, to lift the densities and the heaviness and remove any blockages, sending healing, blue, yellow, and purple light into the arms, the hands, the fingers, left arm, left leg, right leg, the fingers, the foot, and the feet, down to the legs, sending healing energies so that the bones, the ligaments, the muscles, and the tissues are healed, going down to the throat, esophagus, sending beautiful green healing energy for perfect optimal healing of the throat, esophagus, the heart, clearing and balancing energies for the most positive healing outcomes of physical and soul divine healing, going down to the stomach, to the digestive tract, to the esophageal muscles, sending healing light, beautiful purple and blue healing light, so that all the structures of the stomach are healed on the energetic level and the physical level of healing, going down to the intestines, the upper intestines and the lower intestines, sending healing yellow, golden ray frequencies to heal the intestines, to heal the liver, to heal the kidneys, to heal the gallbladder, to feel the energies of the stomach and its structures for ultimate divine healing that is balanced, to heal the hips, to heal the feet, to heal the back, beautiful golden ray frequencies, to rejuvenate the hair follicles and the hair, to grow hair, to see beautifully with beautiful healing sight, to move the whole body on a beautiful healing scale, going within the soul field, healing everything in the soul field, releasing all pain and traumas on the soul field level and on the energetic physical levels of your divine self, with that beautiful purple and blue light, rejuvenating the whole body and the soul, going into the DNA strands to heal the DNA, to heal any DNA fragmentation, to repair it and bring it back to its rejuvenated, healed state. Looking at all the DNA strands with the purple energy, sending healing on the quantum level, sending healing energy to all the genomic structures in the DNA and the individual DNA strings and helixes to heal any fragmentation, to heal completely so you have whole healthy DNA again, and to go back to the divine healthiest blueprint on the soul and physical level, to be at your healthiest state always and forevermore, to be physically at your healthiest state, to be on the soul level at your healthiest state, and the divine DNA blueprint to be at your healthiest state in divine soul and physicality, to raise your vibration, to continue to evolve to your highest abilities for self-learning and self-healing and divine wisdom of soul expansion, to be at your highest self so that you have wonderful healing opportunities coming your way, soul success and achievement of goals and divine wishes in this life, to be in balance physically and on the soul level, in happiness and love, in your divine wisdom for everybody on this planet and their individual healing journeys, to be at your highest frequencies and vibrations, to seek your best health, to help yourself with your wisdom, soul evolution, and happiness and healing, to be at your highest frequencies always, to be at your best soul ability, to be yourself and your genuine self for your soul divine happiness, well-being, and health. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. I hope everybody really connected and felt that. It was really, I could feel my vibration going up, and it immediately kind of brought me to this place of where we kind of started this, where you were talking about how we all are at a certain frequency when we're born. And I'm just curious to kind of tap into that a little bit more, because obviously I'm that's connected to what how much of the frequency, you could say, of source or the universe that we're able to hold, like on in a soul level. But I want to hear kind of where you just what your thoughts are on that, and what, why do we come in at different frequencies, and just kind of have fun with that. Just kind of reflect on that a little bit.
Sure, I think soul frequencies are unique to everybody who's in a human body and experiencing from a soul consciousness on a physical level, because the soul consciousness is interconnected. The soul signature is interconnected to your soul frequency. And when you come in, you often may have a mission or an idea of what you want to do on this earth, why you came to this beautiful Mother Gaia, to make a difference, to heal people, to awaken the collective consciousness. So as we're evolving and expanding on the soul level, we start to tap into who we truly are on a soul consciousness, and that raises our soul vibration. Of course, it could also be connected to our physical experiences, who our families are, how we grew up, and that could raise the soul field vibration or lower it depending on how you're feeling. And you can raise it back up by connecting to your true inner self, going within yourself to see what would truly heal you and make you happy. What is for your best self to do? Going within, not looking to anybody else to heal you, but going within to understand and know yourself on that deep soul level. And once you know that answer, your healing begins, your journey of exploration begins, and the soul field vibration rises. It goes higher because you are really working within yourself to heal the inner self, and that reflects the outer self and who you are.
I want to go into that a little bit deeper. I hear people asking, like, all of that is wonderful, but there's there's this question of, how do I do that? Right? Because I think all of us on some innate level, or at least those of us that are somewhat conscious, have the knowing that what you just said is true, right? But there's very few people that have the tool or the skill of knowing how to do that. So do you have something you kind of would like to share, of something that people could walk away with and start practicing that right now?
It's just allowing to sit quietly, for you to sit quietly in a quiet place where you can go within yourself. Is just you going within you, connecting to your soul energy, asking, I would like to connect to my divine soul being in who I truly am within myself. I want to feel this connection. I want to have this connection. I am using the I am now. I am connected to my true self-consciousness within myself, to look within myself, to talk to myself, to find my genuine answers in who I truly am. It's the divine I am, just connecting with that within yourself. You can never go wrong when you go within. When you're in a quiet place where there's no distractions, or there's nobody to interfere with your soul consciousness connection. And it's not even deep meditation. Some would say this is meditation. I would say this is soul consciousness connecting, reconnecting to your inner divine self to see who you are. And you can talk to your divine inner self. It's similar to your higher self, but it's within you. It's within the consciousness that is truly you. It's like having a conversation with yourself on the highest wisdom scale.
I love that. So, you know what I'm getting would be really fun right now is almost so after your process that we did is creating this other avatar that's totally healed and then allowing the to have that conversation with that avatar. So it's kind of giving a tool of that everybody can kind of actively participate in right now. Does that sound like fun?
Sure, we can do it. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So allow your mind to just feel connected, feel peaceful, feel safe, to connect to your inner wisdom. Putting this beautiful protection layer of the blue and white light around yourself, or any light that you feel comfortable with, that protects your soul and physicality as you connect to your inner divine self. Allow yourself to feel the frequency of your soul and your body. What color is your auric field? What color is your electromagnetic field around your body? What density or realm do you vibrate at? I'm vibrating at 6th dimension. Jules is feeling like 8th dimensional right now. So allow yourself to connect to that energetic frequency of yourself that you are vibrating at, the color, the density, or just the energy that you're feeling that you connect with. And allow yourself to feel the I am connection to your inner self, to your most inner guidance, your most inner healed self, where you are at your healthiest emotionally, physically, and happiness levels. And just tune in into that frequency of the inner you, your inner wisdom, your inner vibration and health. Tap into that and connect with yourself internally on the soul divine level and the physical reality and divine being that you are. And ask yourself, who am I? Who am I right now? And what would I want to learn and connect to within my inner self? And you can ask yourself any questions you want of your inner self, of your true divine state, of being healed physically, emotionally, and on the divine soul path of your soul divinity, connecting to that inner I am, and allowing yourself to trust your inner self, to be guided to connect to the ultimate beauty of your inner self, for soul guidance, for soul healing, and for physical healing and wisdom. To talk to your inner self, to be in balance with yourself, and to be at peace with yourself. Allowing yourself time to sit within yourself, to connect with your soul spark, to connect with your soul signature on your unique frequency of soul and physical existence, to sit with yourself, to form that deep connection, to talk to yourself, to continue to grow on the soul wisdom path of that deep connection and exploration of who you are on your divine soul path and physicality. Connect to your energy. Connect to who you truly are in your soul core. Speak with yourself. to spend some time in your beautiful soul light, in your vibration, discovering who you truly are in your inner wisdom, in your inner self, in your beautiful guided blessing and guidance of soul wisdom in the divine self that you are, connecting with the I am energy for yourself, feeling blessed, loved, cherished, and healed, and receiving wisdom from your inner self, receiving guidance to help you to be at your highest vibration, to be your best self energetically and physically, in all your healing, wholeness, and divine self, connecting to everything that is your inner self, and sitting with the guidance, listening to the answers your inner self gives you in the beautiful energetic dialogue that you create, talking to your inner self, asking questions that can help you on your life's divine journey. And this can be anything going on in your life, advice about health, advice about life, advice about your inner self, those around you, those connected to you. It could even be something about who you are on a galactic level, what you are connected to, who your guides are, where you come from in the universe, as your inner self knows all of these answers and can guide you in beautiful, healthy ways to discover yourself and who you are as this blessed being, fully healed, fully happy, fully in your life journey of evolution and self-discovery on all levels of your divine journey and who you are as the beautiful inner blessed being and the outer blessed being that you are in soul consciousness, in soul healing, and physical healing. You are your divine inner guidance compass, connecting to your inner self, to be connected truly to your inner self, to talk to your inner wisdom, to be guided, to be healed and helped on all levels of your reality, both physical and energetic. So blessed be, so blessed be. And allowing yourself to ground and balance with your inner self, to connect for however long you want, to be in your inner self, to be in that beautiful inner energy, communicating, guiding, and connecting on the deepest levels of your realities in your heart, your soul, and physicality for your highest blessing and raising your highest vibrational frequency, to be at your best self, to be healed, to be loved, and to be connected to your divine self and to your soul purpose and everything you are, and exploring who you are to your highest curiosity, to your highest creativity and soul expansion and evolution in a beautiful, blessed way of soul creation and loving light and guidance. Being at your highest connection to your divine self, being protected, loved, honored, and cherished by all creation, by the divine universal love, by the divine universal guidance in your highest self and your inner self, these beautiful blessed connections on all levels of your creativity and connection to your inner self, to be your best self on all levels of who you are on your soul path. Blessed be.
Chills. So in this moment, let's just give everyone a moment to, connect to the wisdom of who you are in this moment as you merge with the highest aspect of yourself. Allow yourself to explore consciously who that person is. And after you get off of this interview, I encourage you to maybe explore some of the parts of your life that you're a little unsure of or that you feel are out of balance as this new vibrational being, that as you're connecting to the truth of who you are, that's where we want to explore those places from. And what a wonderful time to be doing that after that amazing process. So not only did you receive a universal healing, but now you've connected to that soul frequency. And what better time than to explore that consciously? And that can just look as simple as asking those questions of, because what I love about what you just did Ileana, is you put everybody in a higher frequency so that they can connect to the frequency that they're able to hold. And from that place, we feel different, we think different, we our body feels different, and this is what we all have the opportunity to be in all the time, right? And
Mhm.
so even if you need to go back and listen to this again and allow yourself to move back into that space, doing, using these tools to hold a higher frequency. So what would you like to invite people into after this experience? What would you recommend that they kind of explore now?
And who they truly are. What is the true meaning of their happiness, their divinity, their highest soul calling? And how do they express themselves in this new light and this new freeing energy to explore themselves to their highest opportunities? Because there's no limit. Everything is possible that you want to experience in your divine self. There's no limitation.
I love that. I'm hearing just behind that is actually take the action, right?
Mhm.
Now that you're in it, you have the clarity and take the action. It's just starting to do those things that we get in our own way, right? We self-sabotage ourselves and we get in all these loops, but we don't have to live our lives that way. And sometimes it's just getting to these beautiful frequencies that you've just brought in, and then creating choice through those frequencies and taking action in those frequencies. So I already hear people asking, yeah, but what happens when I'm not holding that frequency anymore? And so with that, I know what I would say to that, but I want you to answer from your wisdom.
Well, I do this almost every day. I check in with myself. I go within that inner self and I ask myself, what would you like to work on today? What would you like to heal today? And sitting with my inner self could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, could be a minute, just checking in and raising that vibration. I could put in a new little soul mission to do. What would I like to work on today? And then I get that deep soul answer from the energy because it's my own energy giving me back a reflection on what I would like to do or improve. So it's that inner self check, inner self guidance check, because it helps you to reflect back to you what is for your highest self and your highest wisdom, what is best for you. It can guide you the wrong way because it is your inner self. It is your purest inner self communicating with you. It's not anything else but you because it's the genuine going within connection.
I love that, and that gave me chills because what I heard in that is you cannot fail. You just have to do it. But what I also love about what you just said is that we're our own guidance system. We just have to ask to see it. And then we
Mhm.
actually have to look. And in that space, magic happens because we're given the information that we're asking for. And that is empowering. That is being our own best healer, right? And that kind of going back to that place of what the quantum consciousness of the soul for healing. And what would it be like if we all lived our lives like this every single day and that we committed to this?
Well, I every day I co-create and I sit with myself and I say, if I want to feel my best self, if I want to manifest something beautiful, how would it look like to me? What am I creating in the I am? And the I am, I am now healed. I am now at my highest best doing this, this, and this. I can already see that manifesting and forming on the forming on that energetic level into the physicality. And it's detail, it's depth and clarity, how you manifest in your co-creation.
I love there was something about you just doing this, and what I was hearing is being very intricate with it. That the more that you play in that beautiful field of frequency that you're sitting in right now, and take a moment to just check in with yourself. How am I feeling right now? And then after we get off this interview, I would recommend spending a good 10-15 minutes in that intricacy of the frequency that you're holding and really explore that consciously, and even bringing in something like what is it that I'm working on right now, what is it that I want to bring into my life right now, and allow yourself to explore in this frequency that Ileana has just created, in that field that we're all connected to it, because it's so much stronger when all of us are connected together, right? And so what better time to self-explore in this frequency? Is there anything more that you would like to say about that, or anything that you feel like we haven't covered that you'd like to go into?
I think it's so important to trust ourselves, to be our genuine selves, to be our creative self, to follow the inner calling to be yourself. Not copying anybody else, not looking at trends, not looking at external things that are happening, but look within and who you are in the special, unique way that is you on the soul frequency and physical existence. Because you create your own little timelines that you're exploring. Everybody has their own unique timeline of where they're going and what they're doing that's interconnected to others, but it's uniquely yours. So spending the time with yourself, actual you, because we have like 24 hours, what seems like 24 hours, but it feels more like 7 hours in the day. What is it that we're accomplishing that is unique to us, that is special, that is creative? Not just the jobs we do, not just what we do, but how we do it and what we create in that special, unique timeline of a special, magical experience. Sitting with yourself, connecting to your deepest, higher self, highest self, and exploring who you are. I think that is part of the magic of just allowing yourself that little bit of time to be you and expanding that so you are you all the time in that special vibration 24/7, not just 7 hours a day.
I love that. I was hearing in there as well is that when we know who we are at that soul level, right? And we're conscious of the soul level, is when we truly can create miracles, because and I love that you said, just be you. Be you. Like, we're giving you permission right now that your unique energy matters in the world, right? So many times people think, okay, well, I have to be like this person. I have to be like, or I have to do what this person's saying. It's like, no, that conscious connection to your soul imprint gives you everything that you need to know, and in the exact way that you need to know it, right? And I love this because that is where true power comes from, and not power over others, but power within yourself, so that if life tries to come in and rock you, that is so solid in that, you know what? I'm okay, because I'm so connected to this intelligence that nothing can knock me down. And that's a really beautiful place to be. And that's what I was hearing in your words. So thank you for that.
And nobody can break you apart because you're unbreakable. You are a solid you, the beautiful being that you are at that high frequency. If you believe in yourself, if you are truly connected to your true self, nobody can interfere with you. Nobody can change you except you. You can change yourself.
I love this. And I think this is also, just kind of going to what this whole summit is about, is biohacking the bioquantum, like the bioquantum part of you. And what does that mean? Well, that's taking you into the highest frequency that you can physically hold and live from that place. And if that is true, if I'm tapping into, let's say, that other 90% of our potential that we're not necessarily fully living at. This is the way. This is the way. It is following that inner guidance and connecting to that soul imprint and actually living from that place beyond words.
Exactly, because you are your soul consciousness, and the soul consciousness is connected to the physical body. They're intertwined. They're not separate. They're both together.
And it's time that we bring the body with us. That's just such a passion of mine. We can, a lot of us can have the experience of bringing our consciousness to really high levels, whether it's through meditation or doing processes or doing, a lot of psychedelics, however it is that people are reaching these really high levels of consciousness. But so often the body gets left behind. And this is what I'm hearing and what you're saying and what we're kind of creating here collectively is it's time to bring the body into that state of consciousness as well so that it can start to break out of these looping cycles of just being unconscious. And because our cells are actually extremely intelligent, our DNA is so intelligent, and we're just now tapping into the potential that we're actually holding. But we need to be aware of soul consciousness in order to have that happen.
Exactly. It is balance within. And when you're balanced within, everything looks much better on the outside as well.
Right. I love this. I hope everybody's feeling just the expansion and the freedom of the frequency that's been created here, because I certainly feel it. And this is just, it's so much fun to hold reflection and then have the reflection of everyone that's interconnecting into the energies that have been created, because it really does create its own field of frequency that we all get to hang out in now.
Yeah, I feel that soul exploration. This is the highest beautiful experience when we come here, because it's discovering who you truly are and what your journey is.
Very exciting. So is there any takeaways that you would like to kind of wrap up with? And then we'll definitely let everybody know how to get a hold of you as well. But I just want to make sure we covered everything that you wanted to kind of bring through.
Keep exploring yourself, keep going for those opportunities, seeing who you are, because it's the most magical time on earth. And soul consciousness and physicality, seeing who you truly are, your unique self. We're all part of a global consciousness. We're all interconnected, but we're uniquely connected to ourselves too, because there's two consciousness. There's the global consciousness, and there's your soul consciousness that's within you. You interact with your inner self, and you interact with the outer global consciousness with everybody else. Don't forget who you truly are as a soul consciousness. Connect with that. Check in.
I heard in this as well is that, if you're listening to this right now, your unique consciousness that's connected to your soul, your home frequency, however you want to see it, is so important. Holding that over anything else is why you're here, right? I mean, over everything else that really is, because that is what shifts global consciousness, is to own your own. And I just felt like that was important to say. I love you. I love you. So tell us where we find you. Where do we connect with you?
So my website is called Messages from a Star Traveler. It does have a longer address. Well, I think Jules will include that in the links below. I also have a spiritual and teaching show called Awakening Cosmic Reality Show, and I cover multiple topics: healing, spirituality, disclosure. I like to explore everything. So that show has a lot of different materials to explore to expand soul consciousness and soul evolution and vibration. And my email is seekingthetruth@gmail.com, so people can reach me by email as well if they would like. And let's continue continue to evolve ourselves to our highest beauty, healing, and creativity, and continue this beautiful soul evolution and soul consciousness exploration of ourselves and who we truly are on the conscious level and the physical level combined together in beautiful reality and co-creation.
What a beautiful way to sum all that up. So we will put all of those links below in the show notes for your ease. And thank you so much for bringing your light and your wisdom and for just holding this beautiful container for everybody to experience your work as well.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure to reconnect, and I look forward to seeing these beautiful interviews that you do at the summit.
Thank you. And thanks everyone for listening. And definitely take a few moments right now to connect to that soul imprint that's inside of you consciously and just see what magic comes from that. Lots of love to everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.